Hi everyone, Andy here at 54 and wanting more, and I'm in the basement of a coffee shop actually, and this episode that I have for you is a real treat because it's an interview. It's a bit like a podcast really, but with one of my closest friends who has so much vibrance, vitality, energy. I've just had to share some of her secrets with some of you out there to give you some inspiration to start something. So if you're in a situation where you think to yourself, those days are gone. No, they're not. Never say never. Listen to this. Okay, hi everyone. And I'm going to take these off my head because I can't see anything. It's all blurry. My name is Andy, and this is all about 54 and wanting more. And I have persuaded my very good BFF, which stands for best friend forever, to do a little interview with me. And why? Because this lady sitting over here, this gorgeous, vibrant, energetic lady is how old?
67, soon 68.
Can you believe it? Exactly. So I am going to share with you today on this episode how really it is all about your mindset, and that you can start anything at any stage of your life. There's nothing stopping you from looking as good as this. I know. And we didn't plan to wear stripes, by the way. It's a complete coincidence.
Exactly.
We didn't. Okay. So I've got my phone with the questions. I'm going to put my glasses back on now because then I really can't see. Okay, Lena, well, thank you very much for doing this for me. And she is my BFF, so she wasn't going to say no.
Exactly. Exactly.
And we are actually here sitting now in Turkey. We're in the basement of a coffee shop, so we're not out in the sunshine.
Because it's too hot already.
Yeah, it is really, really hot already. So we've managed to find this lovely cafe with this nice backdrop. But anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get started. So, Lena, you're glowing, as usual. So I want to know, what's your secret sauce for staying so fit and healthy at the age of 67?
It is to do my yoga every morning, waking up early, meaning going to bed early, not all the time, but almost all the time. Doing my yoga for 15 minutes, and then I go out for a morning walk. Doesn't matter the weather. We're not made of sugar, as we always say. Yeah, she is, but not me.
I don't like the rain.
1 hour, 1.5 hour morning walk, and then I come back home and I do my 30 minutes exercise. Sometimes it's cardio, sometimes it's dumbbell, sometimes it's core. But that is my thing that I do every day. Doesn't matter where I am.
And you're doing it in the home also?
I'm doing it at home. I'm doing it at home with the website that I follow. And it's very, very convenient. And you can do it whenever. Just roll out your mat, and you don't even have to get changed if you don't want. You can do your yoga in pajamas.
Exactly.
If you want. So It is very, very easy.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so saying you've just told us about you do all your exercise in the morning, can you give me a typical rundown of your day from sunrise to sunset? What's your typical day in lovely Alanya, Turkey?
Okay, so I wake up early now in the summertime when it's hot. You have to wake up earlier than in the winter, and it's already light here when it's like daylight, when it's like 5:30 or something. But I wake up normally 6:37 now in the summer, and then I have my lemon water every morning with some collagen in it. And then I do my yoga for 15 minutes. Sometimes I do just the morning yoga. Sometimes I do the fascia yoga, which is also very good. And then I go for my walk, or sometimes I even run. Can you believe it? I used to hate running, but it's getting better. So I do that, and then that's for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Then I come back, do my exercise, and I have my kombucha, which is very nice. And then I have my breakfast a little bit later, overnight oats or some yogurt, or sometimes just a smoothie with all this green stuff inside. And yeah, then I watch some TV, the news, and then I go out again, maybe for some shopping or see some friends or something, making a good lunch, healthy lunch, of course. And I have, of course, a Turkish husband as well, so we spend some time together. Then I make an early dinner and just relax at home if I don't go and see friends. And sometimes even I do evening yoga, not so often, but sometimes. Yeah, that's like a normal day for me. And of course, going to the beach if it's in the summer. Then you go to the beach. In the winter, go out for an afternoon walk, going up to the castle or taking a coffee because I mean the weather is always nice here. So
Yeah.
and you don't need to have any hat or gloves or scarves or anything.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Super. Have you always led this active lifestyle, or did something inspire the change?
Well, I haven't lived this active lifestyle for like always. I was working in a gym, but I wasn't. I mean, okay, I did some classes and like this, but not like this. And then, of course, I became a guide and everything, and we were having the nice, hectic, like guide life. But then, in 2008. There was I was really like coming back from a winter season chubby, like 80 kilos. And there was a new place in Alanya that was opened by my dear Andrea here called Curves. So that one inspired me because I went there 5 times a week for the whole summer, and I learned a lot of things from Andrea about what to eat and what not to eat, and this kind of stuff. So that inspired me a lot. And I mean, I also lost like 18 kilos and 75 centimeters or something. So that after doing that, I totally changed because the lifestyle changed. Because after that, I was more thinking about what do I eat, what do I drink, when do I eat, when do I drink, and all these kind of things. So that was really a game changer for me.
And I have to say, I did have this ladies only gym called Curves for just under 5 years, and Lena was the star. But it's all about the consistent. Like she said, she was going 5 days a week, but it was 30 minutes.
Yes, it was
and
so good.
She went for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, but she also walked to the gym, and she walked back, which you didn't say that bit.
No.
But it's this lifestyle change, and she incorporated it all. And, that's a long time ago now.
That's really a long time ago.
2008.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not good at maths, but it's a long
18 years
time,
or something.
18 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Long time ago.
But I mean, it's also this that maybe it comes to the next question, but I just want to say that it doesn't matter. You have to start somewhere. It doesn't matter if you start with 10 minutes or with 5 minutes. You have to start somewhere.
Can I ask, and can we let the viewers see, how old were you when you joined Curves in 2008?
I was 50. Yeah, I was 50. Yeah, that was, or 51 actually, but yeah. Okay. So it was like, I wasn't 25, so it's never too late, so to say.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, and now can I ask, what's one daily habit you absolutely swear by for staying healthy? Just name one daily habit.
One daily habit. It is the lemon water in the morning and the morning walk. Okay. That gives me that
keeps you staying healthy.
Yes. And it's like brushing my teeth. I just do it.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to think about it.
Exactly. You don't need to think about it. Exactly. True.
Okay. And do you follow any specific diet or wellness philosophy? Swedish food, which would be difficult in Turkey, I think. Yes. But Mediterranean or something uniquely Lena. What is it that you think
well,
that you
I should say
follow?
Not maybe so uniquely Lena, but it was most uniquely Andy from the beginning, because she taught me all
I'm
about
this. I'm not paying her on it.
Exactly. So, I mean, but of course the Mediterranean diet, so to say, as living here, because you have the fruit, the vegetable, the olives, the the fish. I mean, you have all these things here. Not, I don't eat red meat anymore, for example, and so yeah, I would think the Mediterranean, but it's also like you can eat everything, but not all the time. I mean, you can eat your crisps or your candy or drink your wine or eat your chocolate, and but not all the time. And also that you have to get your protein in, and you have to not eat too less, because that is what women does almost all the time. They are thinking, oh, I have to go on a diet, so I don't need eat anything, and then they are starving all day and then eat like crazy in the evening. So no, that's not my style. So I try to keep it like balanced. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And as well as keeping your body nice and fit, do you do anything for your mind? Because you know, in this environment these days, it's all about mindfulness and the mindset.
For my mind is my yoga, right? And if I feel like, you know, sometimes stressed or if something like this, but then it is this, you can just, you know, take 5 deep breaths, like 5 times, and it will, you know, so.
That's actually helping your parasympathetic nervous system. And it's sending a message to your brain to say, be calm, everything's fine, and it's just in the breath, in the breathing. Exactly. That's a really good tip, Lena.
It is.
It doesn't matter, you know, if the kids are running around your feet screaming, or somebody's knocking on the door and you're in the bathroom, just
breathe. Breathe.
I like that one.
Very good
tip. And okay, so how was your view of health and wellness since your 30s and 40s?
Well, how it has changed, you
mean?
It has changed because, I mean, in my early 30s, I was living in Sweden, working as a preschool teacher, and didn't think so much about, you know, health or wellness or anything. And then I came to Turkey and started to work as a guide. And as a guide, you don't think about health and wellness at all. You think mostly about partying, actually. Party. So it has changed a lot, of course, because now I don't understand now how I could live without my yoga, my morning walk, and my healthy living and my healthy eating. Because when I'm thinking about what I ate before,
in the 40s.
Oh my God,
we've all been there.
We've all been there, and now it's just about like clean eating. You know, it's and it doesn't need to be difficult. It's protein, vegetables, and fruit, and carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates.
Easy peasy when you think about it. And I learn a lot from you, Andy, I have to say. So
I'm really not paying her. I'm not paying her anything. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay, this is a good one.
What advice would you give to women that thinks it's too late to start?
First of all, it is never too late. Never ever too late. And the best thing is to start to add healthy stuff. Add 10 minutes walk, or add 10 minutes exercise, or add some fruit and vegetables to your food. Instead of thinking, I cannot eat this and I cannot do this. Instead of taking away things, add the good things. That is the best thing.
Very good tip.
And anything is better than nothing. 10 minutes in the beginning, then you come for 15, 20, and you know, it's never too late.
Exactly. And I mean, if it's 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes a week, but you've started.
Yes. And then in the end, it will be a habit. And don't forget that it takes 21 days to make a new habit. 26 days to get it to be a habit. And in the end, like for me, the yoga is like brushing my teeth. It is just there, and it doesn't matter if I'm going, like for example, if we are going to a shopping trip to Antalya at 7 o'clock in the morning, I wake up early enough to get my 15 minutes yoga because I know that that will benefit me for the rest of the day.
And it's a non-negotiable thing for
Exactly.
you. It's like,
Yes.
it has to be done.
Yeah, has to be done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lena,
Yeah.
you have been married for how many years?
Well, 30 years in October. With a Turkish husband,
Well,
and
that's
that
the
gives a medal.
question.
Yeah, that gives me the gold medal. But it's also he gets the silver medal to be married to
Okay.
me. So
I like it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what's your secret for the 30 years marriage?
I mean, I don't think actually it means so much who you are married to, if it's a Turkish or Swedish or British or whatever. But of course, it is sometimes has been a challenge because of the culture. But I mean, it's a giving and taking.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue with this, you know, short skirt or going to the beach or wearing a bikini or whatever it might be. That
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that you probably have heard about. That when you are married to a Turkish, you cannot do this and that. But I never
It's
had
not
that.
true.
It's not.
So, what do you most love about living in Turkey as a Swede? So, you're an expat here.
Yes.
You know, this isn't your country. You've been here for a long time now.
The best thing is the weather, of course. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it cannot be anything else than the weather that comes to your mind first. Because, of course, we have the summer and the winter, and it's very hot in the summer. But anyway, in the winter, it is not very cold. So, I mean, we have sun almost 365 days. Of course, we have rain. But the thing is that it's mostly raining in the nighttime anyway in the
Yeah,
winter.
that's weird, isn't
So we have always nice weather. We can go on our morning walks. We can be outside sitting in the coffee shops. In the winter, is the outdoor places are always open 365 days. And you never need to wear gloves or hat or anything. So the weather, first of all. And the people are very nice
Yes.
in Turkey. The food
It's
amazing, and healthy. The Turkish food is very healthy
Yes,
also.
yeah,
So, I mean, I never regret that I moved to here, and we have never been thinking about moving to Sweden. My husband has, of course, been in Sweden, but we have never been thinking about moving there. Of course, sometimes I miss my Swedish friends and stuff, but I see them twice a year, and
Yeah,
they
you
come
come
here.
and go,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
and go, yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy here. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yes.
So, my dear friend,
Yes.
tell me one thing that maybe some of your friends, especially some of the people in Turkey that know you, would be surprised to find out about you.
They would be surprised to find out, first of all, that I worked in a gym, because nobody would know that or think that I did that. And that I am, from the beginning, a preschool teacher. Nobody would ever think that.
Shock.
Exactly. And also that I have actually, people are always getting surprised when I tell them that I have been like meeting or shaking hands and taking care of in the gym where I was working, the one and only Clint Eastwood. Yes.
Oh God!
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That is cool. Yeah. So yes, because it was kind of a famous gym, so I met a lot of famous people.
Wow.
But the most famous was Clint Eastwood, actually.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
that is really cool.
And he's
yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
If you had an energy soundtrack or a tune when you walked into a room, what would it be?
Upside down, you turn me.
Bit of Diana Ross.
Yes, that's the song.
Aha, okay.
Yes,
I like it.
yes.
I'll have to think about that question for myself because I have no idea what I would choose.
That was
I
the
would have
first
to
song
think.
that came to my mind because
Aha.
I was a queen on the dance floor when that song came on.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This is an interesting one. Or you might not have an answer for it, but is there any health trend that you think is absolute nonsense? That you think to yourself, just is absolute rubbish?
Absolute rubbish. Hmm.
Too many to think of.
Too many. Yeah, but yeah. But and these kind of injections people are
That's
taking.
the new thing there.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Ozempic,
yeah,
Ozempic thing.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that
I
can
think
help
it's
people with obesitas for sure, for sure. But there are also people with not having obesitas taking these injections.
yeah,
So,
no, it's
but the other ones, I mean, they really get help from it. But yeah, other health, yeah, so many that I couldn't even think about one.
have you and okay, I'm gonna put my hands up here because I know the answer to this question, and I'll
Okay.
tell you why in a minute. Have you ever, this lady's 67, by the way, have you ever outpaced anyone at the gym or when you've been out walking?
That is younger than me, you mean?
Oh, yes.
All the time.
And she's right, me included. We have a castle in Alanya, and it's like 3 kilometers gradient going up, and she's like a power machine. Up, 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 up.
Yeah.
And we used to do it together like at least 3 times a week.
And our record is?
Our record is 26 minutes and 4 seconds, I believe.
Exactly.
And it's never, we're lucky, or I'm lucky, if it's on 30 minutes an hour.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
she is so fit. She's so fit. And I tell you, it's because of the consistency, because she's doing
It
it
is,
like
yeah.
at least 5 times a week,
Yeah.
this morning walks. And everybody can walk.
Everybody can walk. You don't need to run. You can walk. And you can do small things every day. Every day you can make. And I mean, also walking, of course, it's good. I mean, you should have your, I mean, some people say you should have your 10,000 steps a day. You should have 15,000 steps a day, or you don't need any steps a day. But me, my goal is 10,000 steps a day. And I mean, that's my goal. But the even more important is when you are getting like over 40, it is the weight training.
Yes.
I mean, with the dumbbell, and you don't need to lift like 155,000 kilo. You just need to work with your dumbbells. I mean, in my home, I have 2 kilo, I have 3 kilo, 5 kilo, 6 kilo, like this. And if I just do like half an hour, like every day, and one day I do upper body, and the other day I do lower body, and one day I do the core. I do something for my muscles and my bone almost every day. And
Very
it is
important.
even more important, the weight training or the
Yes.
strength training, or
Exactly.
how you put it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The strength
So we
training.
need both. We need walking. We don't need running, actually. We
No.
need walking, and we need the weights.
When we talk about walking, there's these different zones or zone levels, and the optimum level for walking is what they call zone 2. Zone 2 cardio level, which is getting to your heart rate at around like 115,
Yes,
120. And it's, well, I always say to people also that if the weather's bad, especially in England, or you find that you haven't got time to go out for like a 30-minute walk, do 15 minutes with your weights.
Yes.
Because actually, when you're working with your weights, you're also doing cardio,
Of
because
course,
your heart rate will rise up also, especially if you're doing lower body.
Yeah.
But I can't stress it enough that at this age, 40 plus, you really need to be thinking about maintaining your muscle mass.
Exactly.
Because it's only going to deteriorate. And I mean, we all have like our mothers and grandmothers who've had hip problems and knee problems. That isn't going to happen to me.
No.
That isn't going to happen to you.
And I mean, there are so many that you can follow for free on YouTube to do this exercise.
Exactly.
And so you don't need to go to expensive gym or expensive classes, and you don't need to pay also for the thing on internet. So many free
and free
things.
apps.
Free apps. So there
Doesn't
are
cost
no
anything.
excuses. No excuses whatsoever.
Okay, Lainey, we're nearly there, and thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I just want to reflect back and take a little bit of your wisdom from you now. So one of my last questions is looking back over the last say 5 years of retirement. Now is it 5 years? Is there anything that surprised you? Since you retired, that what you wasn't expecting.
I mean, I was surprised that it was so easy to fill your days, because you were thinking like, oh, now I'm going to be free. I don't need to go to work. I will have so much time. But
do you think you was going to be bored?
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to be bored, but I'm not, because the days are just flying. Because I mean, even if I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's not that I sleep until 11, so the days are short. I wake up at 7, and still the days are too short.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes. I mean, of course, sometimes I'm bored, because I mean, especially like in the winter here, because then I don't have any visitors, or not so much to do, but now in the summer, there are all people coming from different countries to visit. You can go to the beach and all this. But I'm really surprised that I so easily got into new routines with my yoga, with my exercise, with my cooking and whatever. I'm surprised that I didn't get bored. Yes, exactly. And to be healthy when you are retired.
That's the important
thing. So the thing is that I read something today actually. I do not exercise to get the bikini body. I am exercising to get my 90 years old me to go to the toilet by myself.
That is so true. That's the main thing. Look after yourself. You've only got one place to live, and that's inside your body.
And you don't exercise. You don't exercise to stay young. You exercise to be able to get old, or how you say it.
Yeah. Old gracefully.
Yes, old gracefully.
Okay, Lena. So this is my last question for you. So, what advice would you give your 40-year-old self that would give them the inspiration to have a more vibrant and energetic life? For 40-year-old me, at that time I wasn't like so interested in exercising and eating healthy and all this kind of stuff. So I would say, like we said before, never too late to start. So I wish I would have been taking more care of myself when I was like in my 40s. I mean, not that I have like, because you can benefit from it more if you start earlier. Yes.
You benefit from it more if you stay early. It's never too late, but if you start earlier, you benefit from it more. So, and also don't care so much about what other people say or think about you. Do you, and they can do they. So, I mean, you do you.
I love these. I love these sayings.
You do you.
You do you. And we will finish on that note.
Exactly.
What a perfect ending. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for having me.
Oh, fabulous. So this will be episode 8, I believe, which would have been 2 months down the line for my YouTube channel. So what better way to celebrate it than to interview one of my best and oldest friends and closest friends. And I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, darling.
Revealing all your secrets.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, Andy here at 54 and wanting more. And this episode, I have an absolute treat for you. Hold on a minute, I've got Bob Marley in the background.
Sorry? What did you say now?
The old Bob Marley music came.
Oh, okay. Okay, now it was the Swedish habits. Yeah. Fun, I forgot.
We did say something,
Yeah, we
didn't
did say something
All right.
that makes the.
If it comes back to
They're
you,
not. They yeah, the Swedish habit. Wasn't this about husbands cleaning the houses? No,
Ah,
but that's not a Swedish habit. No,
no, that was
a Swedish
something else.
habit. I don't. What? I don't have a Swedish